Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go. All right, fellas, let's change it up for a bit. How many threes can you make in a minute? Freak, start it up. Okay, we're good on the drills for now. Let's make sure we're getting better every day.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. And you might remember the last time we saw Freak on the court. He was putting up gigantic numbers, a huge career high for him, and an amazing performance. Kenny, how impressive was that for you?
Yeah, putting up the numbers that he just did, that's something only elite players in the NBA can do. This was the coming out. I'm going to say it.
It's the Pacers, and they're doing business on the road. It's an Conference NBA matchup. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You take a look at the Timberwolves. There's no question this game will put them to the test. Facing off against a team that has every expectation of beating them, they'll need to play a complete game to snare a win.
And I think for the Timberwolves, this season has to really become a wake-up call for them moving forward. If they didn't recognize before this year that they didn't have the talent to compete in this league, they sure as heck better recognize it now.
Well, I would certainly hope so. I mean, it's been hard to watch this team struggle as much as they have throughout most of this season.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Robinson in at point guard. Paul George is out there with Carlos Boozer. Then there's Maurice Spates, and it's Ellis at the 2 spot. Now, here's Rubio. And it's Martin missing. Here's Robinson. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Ellis against Martin. He kicks to Rubio. Now the dish to Towns, and stolen by Spates. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. Looking for George, he gets it there. Can't get it to go.
It's hard not to go for it when you see the chance for that alley-oop.
Clearly, temptation got the best of him right there, Greg.
Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. This one for 3. Count that one.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Flip Saunders. And Doris, what'd you find out?
He said a big key for them will be containing Carlos Boozer offensively, adding he's a player who can spread the floor with his jump shot or take you down the block, and it's tough to match his strength inside. Defensively, they'll look to keep length in front of him and limit his offensive rebounding. Sounds like a good game plan, guys. We'll see how they do it.
Thank you, Doris. Here's George, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Good. George has got 5 points so far.
Boy, an impressive job there by Boozer setting that screen.
Outside, Martin. Dishes to Rubio. To the middle. Here's Towns. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Now here's Ellis. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Martin against George. Outside, Martin. Wiggins outside. 5 to shoot. The fadeaway, and again it's Minnesota converting.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Robinson goes in. The feed to Boozer. No good. In and out off the rim. Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Atlanta Hawks.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Here's Robinson after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Rubio. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Paul George with the steal. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Robinson misses.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Martin kicks to Garnett. Garnett, the screen. Rubio against Robinson. Clock at 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
And checking out the stats for Robinson. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. Averaging about 31 points, 14 assists, and over 2.5 steals. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Now here's Boozer. Following the miss by Kevin Martin.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
The Pacers shooting their first free throws of this one. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Minnesota. Zach LaVine comes in for Ricky Rubio. Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Stuckey comes in for Monte Ellis. Wiggins outside. He dishes it to Pekovic. Turner with the steal. Right side Robinson. Outside George. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Minnesota leading by 3. Here's Martin. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Martin's got his first basket.
I'll tell you what, post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
All right, target setter, coming out of the court now are your TheBulNell215's. Come on.
Well, we don't think of point guards as rebounders necessarily, but here are the ones that have...
Often we talk about the rebound leaders at the point, but with these guys, it's warranted because of just how well they do it.
And, Greg, I think it gives them an edge over most of their counterparts at the point guard spot. I mean, desire, attitude, and they really look to mix it up. They're not afraid to do anything to help their team's cause. The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Here's Levine. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game, and the shot is good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now, here is Robinson. They trail by 7. Here's Turner. Tries again. Begins with the block.
They've come out with the take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
You always want a player to have
The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one after the win against the Washington Wizards.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, Rubio and Martin are their backcourt. Zhang is out there with Shabazz Muhammad. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. Here's Robinson after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Pass to Spates. Shot clock at 5. The shot by George. Wide open. Connects from 3-point range. George has got 8.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
The pass to Dang. He feeds it to Rubio. Back to Zhang. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 11th in scoring, 12th in shooting percentage, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in 3-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And yeah, you know, one of the most dangerous scorers in the league. He's already come up big in some key games this year.
Monte Ellis checked in for George Hill, and he gets it to go. 10 points for Paul George. Down low, here's Towns, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Now here's Ellis. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And here we go. Here's Muhammad. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists tonight. Robinson with it, and it's Martin picking him up. Robinson with it. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket, and the slam dunk by Spates.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screen play. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks just played phenomenal. He ended with 47 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Garnett's checked in. And Rubio kicks to Muhammad. Back to Rubio. Turner with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. A nice shot by George.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now, here's Rubio. Out to the right wing. Here's Muhammad. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And the Timberwolves lead by 2. Check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. A look at Chicago. And checking out Indiana, down 5 spots from them.
And right now for the Pacers, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
Yeah, I think it's been a good showing for them. I mean, they should feel very good about their position going into the postseason.
And here's Martin. 14 points from him the last game against Washington.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Now here's Rubio. Shot clock at 6. 14 feet away. Offensive rebound.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that. That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Martin, the pass to Rubio. Pass to Towns. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And he knocks down the first one. So he gets them both.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Rubio against Robinson. Passes to Spates. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Spates.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Garnett outside. Kicks it to Muhammad. Feeds to Rubio. From past the arc. Good. Rubio's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now, here is Robinson. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Wiggins comes in for Kevin Martin. And Levine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. In Indiana with the change here, too. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Turner. Here's Levine. Garnett with a screen on Boozer. Levine dishes to Garnett. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the 2nd quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Hill, he's checked in for the Pacers. Stuckey comes in for Ellis. Pacers trail by 5. Now Robinson. Screen by Boozer. It's stolen by Garnett. Fast break, Minnesota. Stops, pops. Boozer with the rebound. The Pacers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. And then Robinson slams it in.
Yeah, and that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Here's Garnett. The Pacers making the shot to the middle from 11 feet away. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist from Kevin Garnett. That's 10 points for Andrew Wiggins. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Stuckey kicks to Hill. Boozer against Garnett. Right side Robinson. Minnesota with the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Garnett the screen. Here's Levine. 8 points his last outing.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
You know, guys, we've really seen
In the first half.
Well, through the first 2 quarters at least, turnovers have been a big issue. What are they doing that is causing you so much trouble offensively?
Well, this has been a high-pressure game, both in transition and in half-court sets. We'll fix it, though. We just need to play a little more steady and make our passes a little more cash.
Slow and steady wins the race, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
All right, listen closely, man. I've got a few things to touch on. We're going to turn this from a close game into our game. We've done a nice job of getting everyone involved in the offense. Our passing has been heads up and unselfish. That's something I'd like to see even more of. The guys I will give credit to are the guys who came off the bench and gave us the scoring pop we needed. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
On the court right now for the Pacers. Robinson, he's in at the point. Maurice Spates out there with Boozer. Then it's Paul George, and it's Ellis in at the 2. Robinson against Rubio. Six to shoot. Charity stripe shot. It's rebounded by Indiana. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Robinson leading the charge. Ellis can't get it to go. Minnesota in the lead. Martin attacking. Takes the 13-footer, and Garnett misses. Pacers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. An opportunity here to bring up a list of players that have been carrying their teams offensively for the last 10 games. The highest scoring small forwards in the league. Second is Paul George.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Well, we know the small forward spot is where the bulk of the scoring load rests on most teams. I mean, those players on that list always come through in the scoring department. These guys pack a lot of firepower.
The Timberwolves have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Robinson against Rubio. Here's Ellis. It's deflected. Now, here's Rubio. 6 points for him. He kicks to Towns. The dish to Wiggins. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Wiggins has got 4 points in the quarter. Pacers trail by 5. Outside, Robinson dishes it to George.
George having a fantastic game. He has 14 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
2 shots. And he's good on the second. Rubio with it. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Paul George. Coach reminded them that he is supposed to be the key factor tonight, and he still wants to see that happen. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Garnett, the screen. And Rubio kicks to Garnett. Clock at 4. Wiggins drives in.
And looking at some numbers for Martin, his last 10 games, 5th for free throw percentage, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And, you know, he's been deadly from the charity stripe. Phenomenal asset to have on your team, a dead-eye free throw shooter.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for all Timberwolves. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Let's take a look at the Warriors. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, Minnesota, just way behind.
And I think for the Timberwolves, their season has been exactly the kind of misadventure their fans were afraid it might be.
Yeah, it's been ugly. I mean, we knew things were going to have to fall into perfect place for them to contend, but nothing did.
Robinson for 3, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Timberwolves leading by 5. And here's Rubio. 6 points for him. On the wing, Wiggins. No good. So the Pacers will take it the other way.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Takes it off the glass. Wiggins has got 17 now.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Rubio against Robinson. Oh!
You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind, but I think he's just trying to give him a spark.
What a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. And Towns drops them both. Here's Robinson. He's got 8. Screen by Boozer. The feed to Ellis. Robinson against Rubio. 5 to shoot. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Robinson.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
Wiggins drawn the double team. Garnett with the screen for Rubio. Back to Wiggins. Kept alive, Minnesota. That's good. Garnett's got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Pass to Spates. Elbow shot. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Robinson's got 6 assists now in the game.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Rubio, the pass to Garnett. Rubio outside. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And again, it's Minnesota.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Now Robinson, 10 points for him. He dishes it to Spates. Ellis wide open. Minnesota with the rebound. Rubio's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their league. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Spates sets a screen. Robinson dishes to Spates. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Spates has got 8 points. Here is Rubio. 6 points for him. Towns kicks to Wiggins. Rubio outside. In the corner, it's Martin. And it's Martin again missing.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Spates the pass to Robinson. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett. Garnett's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Rubio kicks to Towns. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And again, it's Minnesota.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Now, here is Robinson. 10 points for him. Left side, George. There's the triple. And Carlos Boozer gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. And it's Johnson in for Kevin Garnett. Indiana also making some changes. Turner's checked in for Spates. And it's Hill in for Monte Ellis. The pass to Hill. Back to Robinson. And stolen by Pekovic. Hill against Rubio. The 10-footer. And it's Martin missing.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
1:51 left in the third quarter, and that one's good. Pekovic.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Screen by Boozer. There's the pick. Robinson against Rubio. Here's Turner. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Turner's got his second bucket of the night.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Johnson the screen. George against Wiggins. He feeds it to Martin. Shot clock at 6. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists now in this one. Robinson kicks to Turner. There's a screen by Robinson. The high post shot. Tries again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
A lot of action in this one for Robinson. 12 points and 9 assists. Passing and free throws, those are 2 areas where you love to get production.
And I like the fact that he's been a positive player all day. Hasn't had a lot of errors in the game.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Kevin Martin. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Indiana also making some changes. Solomon Hill comes in for Boozer. Rodney Stuckey's sub. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Gorgie Dang comes in for Amir Johnson. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Shabazz Muhammad. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for LaVine. They've got Wiggins. Zhang is out there with Towns. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Garnett in at the 3 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Zhang, a screen. Jumper off the screen. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Kevin Martin is checked in for Minnesota. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Wiggins drawn the double team. He hits Martin on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And Towns finishes inside.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Here's Spates, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call.
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. Pacers trail by 9. Robinson with it. Outside, George. They get it back. Spates. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Rubio dishes to Garnett. Back to Rubio. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. Rubio is becoming a special shooter.
Robinson against Rubio. Right side Robinson. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
The drive by Rubio. Can't make good off the pick. Pacers trail by 7. And George kicks to Robinson. Back to George. And that one is stuffed right through.
Whoa. That'll wake you up.
Is he an athlete or what?
No doubt about it. It's almost as if he lives in the air, and dunks like that have become quite commonplace.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. Flip Saunders was just going over the plan with his team. He said we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Rubio with a wide open look. Knocks down the three ball.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
And here is Robinson. On the wing, George. Robinson a screen on Wiggins. 5 on the clock. Ellis the pass to Robinson. Robinson missing again.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into three-point territory.
And you're right there, Clark, because anything less than lockdown defense on him is going to result in a triple.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Robinson with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Outside Robinson. George. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Stolen by Boozer. Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Paul George.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
A three-pointer, no good. Pacers trail by 6. Robinson goes in, and here's Ellis for 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And he gets it to go.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
And finished off by Robinson.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Rubio. And it's Rubio again missing. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Outside Robinson. Pass to Spates. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And now it's just a 4-point Minnesota lead.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Here's the screen. Martin dishes to Towns. Shot is off. And Indiana will come the other way.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Spates kicks to Ellis. No good on the 3.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Pacers trail by 4. A clear look for George. Here's Boozer. Got a piece of it. 1:30 left in the 4th quarter. And Rubio kicks to Mark. Here's the floater. Pocket 6. Such a wide open look. And now it's up to 25 points for Andrew Wiggins. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Robinson passes to George. Rubio against Spates. Here's Wiggins. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Robinson kicks to George. Screened by Boozer. Spates dishes to Robinson. Some nice passing here by Indiana. The shot by George, no good.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Martin against Ellis. Martin kicks to Wiggins. Robinson with the block.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. "20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the serious dunk to finish it off.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
And an intentional foul right there. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
2 shots.
And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call.
Easy.
Simple.
Too easy.
Robinson hits them both. 7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Freak. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. From deep. No good. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds clock.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Andrew Wiggins. He simply had a dominant third quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the game. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast.